Hi guys, Miss Honey the art teacher here. Today we are going to start a new project where we are going to create a fun pumpkin for fall. But before we start our project, I want to talk a little bit about warm and cool colors. So colors can be split into two categories. We have warm colors and we have cool colors. And warm colors are the colors that make us feel warm. They remind us of fire and the sun and a warm day. And then we also have cool colors. Cool colors kind of make us think of a night sky or the Arctic or cold, cool grass. So we have warm colors and we have cool colors. Well, today we're going to use warm colors to make our pumpkin because warm colors remind us of fall. The leaves changing. The leaves change to fall warm colors of reds and oranges and yellows and light browns. So we're going to use our warm colors. Now, we're also going to talk about space. So let's look at the three space I have on here. I have a pumpkin, and I have a pumpkin that's far away, a pumpkin that's just kind of in the middle, medium, and then I have a pumpkin that's really, really close. And you can see the difference in the three. So the one that's far away has a lot of space around it. And then the one that's not so far away just has a little bit of space around it. But we see all of the pumpkin on those two. But then on a pumpkin that's really, really, really close, it doesn't have hardly any space around it. Or we don't see all of the pumpkin. We only see parts of the pumpkin. Well, this is called macro art, and this is what we're going to do today. We're going to make a macro art of a pumpkin. So it's going to be a pumpkin that you see that's very, 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 very close up. And for macro art, we don't see the space around the art, or no, we don't see a lot of the space. But on the one that we're going to make, we're not going to see any space around it. We're only going to see a very large pumpkin. And we're going to make sure that we run all of our lines off the edge of the page. That's what's going to make it look like a large macro art of a pumpkin very, very close up. So this is the art that we're going to do today. We're going to do this together with our drawing. We're going to use our oil pastels to make our lines and our drawings, and then we're going to use our watercolor to paint our warm colors. Remember, our warm colors are yellow, orange, and red. Alright, we're going to start by making our pumpkin lines. Before we paint, we're going to draw our lines in. We're going to use our oil pastel, and we're going to make sure that our paper is vertical, up and down. And we're going to start by drawing the stem of the pumpkin, and we're going to put it right in the middle. So to start by drawing the stem, we're going to start by drawing an oval. So everybody draw an oval right in the middle of your page where our stem is going to be. And then I want you to draw a line coming down from each side of the oval. And then I want you to put a V on the bottom. Okay, so it's a V. So an oval, some lines down, and then a V. All right, so we're going to draw a little bit more out to the side of the pumpkin. We're going to draw a triangle coming out of the side. So I'm going to put a line going over and then back in to be the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to go the other side. I'm going to draw a line out and then back in to be the triangle. All right, guys, so we're going to start by making our pumpkin lines. And we're going to start where the V is. So everybody put your oil pastel on the V. And I want you to draw a curved line coming all the way down and to the end of your paper. Go off the side of your paper. Don't stop until you get all the way off your paper. All right, now go back up to the V again, and I want you to draw another line coming down, but I want it to curve the other way, just like that. All right, go to the top of where the V meets the line. I want you to put your oil pastel there and draw a line going off the side over here. Okay, and now I want you to come to your triangle point and draw a line going off that way, all the way to the edge of your paper. Now go to the other side, find that point where the line meets the V, and draw a line going off your page. Then go to your triangle. All right, so now we're gonna draw a few more. Let's go back to the other side. You're gonna draw a line going up and off your page. And go to the other side, make one up, curved, and going off your page. And then we're gonna draw one more curve right there. All right, that is the drawing part of our pumpkin. All right, so now we're going to paint him. Now remember, when we use watercolors, it's a lot of water and just a tiny little bit of paint. So to get our watercolors to work, we need to make sure we bring our water over to our paint. Now, do we tap our brush on the side? No, never. So bring your water over. Don't tap your edge. And you rub your drippy off on the side. Bring your water over to your brown. We're going to start with brown and get your puddle in there. If your paint doesn't have a puddle, it's not ready. And then stir it up like soup. All right, so we're going to start by painting our stem brown, okay? So try to paint within your lines. This black oil pastel should help your lines all stay together and not leak everywhere. So let's start with your brown and paint your stem. All right. Once you have your stem drawn, we're going to start coloring our pumpkin. Now we're going to use all three of our warm colors. Remember, our warm colors are yellow, orange, and red. Now we're going to start with our yellow. So wash your brush off really, really good. And let's bring some drippies over to our yellow. Get a puddle in there. If there's no puddle, it's not going to work. Get your puddle, stir it up like soup. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to paint the inside of each spot yellow. Just the very inside. Don't go to the edge. We're going to paint each middle yellow. So watch me start. I'm going to paint just the middle, the very middle of each pumpkin spot yellow. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the next spot. I'm going to paint it yellow. I'm not going anywhere near the lines, am I? I'm staying just in the middle. I'm going to paint every single one of them just like this. Make sure you have enough water in your yellow. There's a puddle in there. If there's not, bring some more water over. This one's little, so I'm going to have to make it little. All right. Make sure there's enough water. Bring it over. Paint the very middle of each spot. All right. Finish it up. Once I have yellow on the very middle of each spot, I'm going to rinse my brush out. And the next color we're going to do is orange. And we're going to paint around the yellow orange. Still not going to touch the line though. So do the best you can. Bring your puddle over to your orange and we're going to paint around the edge of our yellow. Now it's going to kind of mix together a little bit. You're going to see it move. That's okay. We want that to happen. But go all the way around your yellow. Try not to touch the black yet. We don't want to get the back black yet. So let's paint all around our yellow. Kind of painting a circle around the yellow. All right, if you run out of water in your paint, just bring over a more puddle over to your paint. Paint around your yellow. Your paint should be very watery. Remember, this is watercolor. So a lot of water and just a little tiny bit of paint. All right, we've done our orange. Let's rinse our brush off and we're gonna do our very last color. we're going to use red. Our last warm color is red. So bring your puddle over to your red and stir it up like soup. Now we're going to paint everything that's left. So all the white part that's against the line. Now you can touch your line. We're going to paint that red, just a little bit of red, okay? And you're going to see it kind of move around a little bit, and that's okay. We're going to paint all the way against our line. Don't paint over too much. And you can paint over your orange a little bit, but don't paint over a lot of it. We want the orange to still be showing. Okay, so you can touch the line now with your red. All the way to your line. All right, keep going. You got your whole thing. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to put this aside. Now, if you pick this up, your paint is going to go everywhere. So try not to pick it up. Just move your paper aside. And we're going to clean up now. So leave your paper and let's clean up. So we're going to rinse our brush really, really, really good. Okay, rinse it off. Don't tap it. Just rub the drippy off on the edge. And I want you to take your baby wipe and I want you to wash your brush off like this. Okay, squeeze it, make it look clean. And then put your brush away in your box and then close your lid and just move it aside. Now, take your outside of your wipe, wash any paint that's on your fingers first, and then I want you to wash your table. Okay, wash your table. Don't get up to throw this away. I'm going to bring the trash can around, and you can throw your baby wipe away when I bring around the trash can.